In the entire NFL, are the Chiefs the biggest threat to the Ravens?
Yeah, I would say so. I never left that wagon, just waiting for Mahomes to kind of round back into form, MVP level. We knew 2 of his last 3 games, that wasn't Patrick Mahomes, under 200 yards a couple of those games. But I'm glad you highlighted the defense, and that's the biggest difference. We talked about it early in the season. What would the Chiefs look like this year defensively with Spagnuolo and Spags out there having his fingerprints on this defense? Well, last year, this was a team that was not 1 play away from the Super Bowl, but 1 penalty away from the Super Bowl with the 31st ranked defense. This year, they're trending upward all the way to 18th. Now, I remember talking about it on the show. We said if they get top 20 defensively with this offense and those weapons, oh, they're going to be scary. A team that beat Baltimore not only this year, but last year with Lamar Jackson has confidence against that team. I say they're the biggest threat.
And I reiterate that again. The Chiefs beat the Ravens twice. They beat them last year when Lamar was young, fairly getting into his groove. But this year they beat him early in the season. And, you know, Patrick Mahomes is a guy that can attack all areas of the field. And I know this was before they got Marcus Peters, but when you got a guy like Patrick Mahomes who can do it all, then every defense, you know, can be put up under duress. So I think they're the biggest threat to the Ravens because the Ravens haven't faced too many quarterbacks like Patrick Mahomes. So I'm eager to see what this matchup is going to look like. It might not be at home for Kansas City because that's where both of the wins took place. It'll be on the road.
Yeah, I agree with both you guys, absolutely. But, I mean, you still look at out of every team in the league, that means you're saying that the Chiefs are the second-best team in the league right now. Are they the second-best team in the league right now?
No.
I don't know. I still like the 49ers, a healthy 49ers, with everybody there. I still like the Saints. The Saints are still a really good football team. Looking at them with the Chiefs, because Chris Jones coming back, defensive tackle being healthy, Frank Clark can finally be worth that paycheck. Because before, at the beginning of the season, he wasn't playing up to what I thought he was going to. But now he's looking really good coming around the edge, and that's just going to help everybody. If them, it doesn't matter. They don't with Patrick Mahomes and that whole offense, they're going to score when the lights come on. Andy Reid, what he does, he is a genius, one of the best coaches of all time. You're going to have a team that can keep up with them scoring. And now with that defense stopping people, Super Bowl. I'm thinking Super Bowl.
I'm an old man, and I'm old school. The Chiefs can't run the football. I don't respect it. And that's what's going to bite them in the rear end in the postseason, in my view. The biggest threat to me, and again, I do like the way the Chiefs' defense is trending. I've been very critical, particularly of their middle linebackers. They're playing better. I got to give them credit. Having said that, I don't trust the Chiefs or Andy Reid as much as I trust Sean Payton and the New Orleans Saints. The Saints, to me, are the biggest threat to the Ravens. I trust their defense more. I trust their head coach more. I trust their running game more than I do the Chiefs. There's going to come a time when the Chiefs are going to have to close out a game and they can't run the football. And I know Patrick Mahomes, to me, is the most talented quarterback in the NFL. He's the best quarterback in the NFL, in my opinion. He's not the MVP. Lamar is.
Yeah.
But they can't run the football. That's going to bite them in the rear end.
Yeah, but if you can't put up the points, like we know that running the football, throwing the football is a means to an end, which is scoring. And the defense, especially 2 of the last 3 games, 10 points or fewer. You talk about a defense that's going out there and playing stout and taking the ball away from other teams. So let's just look at the top. And you talk about the NFC with the 49ers sitting there dogfight with the Saints. But then you see that same Saints team and 49ers team can't get past Atlanta. So you say there's a formula to beating this team. When I look at the Chiefs, what I realize is this team can travel. They've actually lost more games at home this year, crazy enough, Arrowhead, than they have on the road. So this is a team that can take this on the road with a quarterback who's rounded into form, in part because of the injury midseason. I just think it's all coming together right at the perfect time.
What makes the Chiefs so dangerous, like Tony said, you got Andy Reid. He's the guy that makes the ship go. I mean, he spends countless hours, you know, cooking up plays and coming up with concepts. And any defense that he faces, he's going to break it down to a T. And that's what makes Patrick Mahomes' job so easy. That's why I think when you can score points, and like you said, they can't run the football, Andy will turn those screens and those short passes into runs, you know, which will be equivalent to just moving the ball like you would be in the run game.
But, Mike, you've been a franchise quarterback where wins and losses are on your back but there's nothing like a 4-minute offense. There's nothing like you've done your job, and then let me turn around and hand the ball off and let somebody else and the offensive line bring this victory home. That's where I think is going to bite the Chiefs.
The thing is to not get yourself in that position. But, ball control is something that they're going to have to do or they have to bring out, throughout the course of the game. But it's all in timing, and it's all in when you run the football and when you have to. You just got to mix it up and make it look like, it's something that, you can do at any given time as far as running the football.
Are they a better football team than they were last year?
Defensively.
That's a good question.
Defensively.
No.
Yes,
Defensively,
not offensively.
Offensively, I would say maybe they're maybe a little bit below. Maybe a little bit below, but they have all the same players.
No, I'm going to disagree with you. Mm-hmm. The numbers won't say it. I do think this is a better offense. I think these guys are all so set in their roles and so comfortable that they can flip a switch. I watched this game yesterday, and it was like they were playing against high school kids. Everybody was – Patrick Mahomes out here playing in the snow like it was perfect conditions. I've never seen that kind of accuracy.
Yep.
And to see Tyreek Hill, he was running just as fast, just as sure. It was amazing to me. And so the numbers may be down for them offensively, but in terms of the passing game, they are better than they were last year. The problem is the lack of a run. They missed Kareem Hunt.
They missed Kareem Hunt. But what about David Williams? He's going to be back here pretty soon. He was just starting to get going. You got the old man McCoy who can still get it going. I don't know. But here's what it is. When it comes to playoff football, and you just look at the stats, it doesn't matter what you do during the regular season. In fact, the winning teams during the regular season hardly ever get to the Super Bowl. I don't have the numbers to back that up.
No, you don't.
But it's true. No, but it's true. Honestly,
I've
seen
seeds have gone to like 12 of the last 20 Super Bowls.
But it can also be unpredictable. I was talking
Whitlock?
I was talking to Michael Strahan, and when they went to the Super Bowl and won, they were 9-7. You see,
but that's an outlier proving the rule.
I don't know if it's outliers. I would love to see the numbers. Get one of your stats, since you got some stat people around
I
here.
know for a fact 12 of 20 of the top seed. I just saw it yesterday watching football.
But it's
being
hot.
a top seed.
It's about getting hot.
I do have some
caliente.
numbers to push back on the offense is better. Had to do a little research right here. All right, this year's offense has scored 30-plus points 6 times. Last year, 14 times. Like
Patrick Mahomes was hurt.
Yeah, but I just think that last year, and part of it was a surprise element, seeing it all come together versus now you see it coming, which is a little easier to prepare for. So, look, there's still a top 5 offense, whatever you want to think of them. But because of the balancing act with the defense, I think this is more of a threat this year to the entire league. And they may get the scenario, they win out, New England loses one game against the Bills or Dolphins.
Which could happen.
New England has to come there for the divisional game, not the whole AFC championship game. Everything's on the line. We know that it's still a do-or-die situation, but that may play into the psychology of the Chiefs. You catch the New England early while they're still going through their offensive struggles.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Speak For Yourself, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.